Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. How often do you see me wearing a hoodie? But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool hoodie. And folks, whenever I wear a super cool hoodie, which isn't very often, I always like to showcase the super cool hoodie. So what super cool hoodie am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my cold hoodie from their 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage tour. Yay! If you watch my channel, you might know I'm a pretty big fan of the band Cold. They're a band that started out in Florida quite a while ago. Had their real sort of heyday period in the late 90s, early 2000s during the new metal run. And that run really started with 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage. That was kind of the album that really started to get people noticed, or started to get them noticed by people. That's what I meant to say. And I was fortunate enough where when they went over there and did the anniversary tour for this particular album, I got to be there. And it was incredible. And at the time, normally I don't buy hoodies. I'm not really a hoodie guy, but it was one of those things where they didn't really have the t-shirt I wanted, and I knew I wanted to leave with some merch. So if you happen to be interested in that, by the way, I actually do have videos of Cold's performances that I've attended over the years. They are on the channel in case you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music is concerned, because I love Cold. I think they're incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I wearing a hoodie? Well, I'm wearing the hoodie because I've been actually somewhat out of commission for the last, 4 days or so. I kind of screwed up my back a little bit. Nothing serious, just tweaked it. And so I've been just around the house. I haven't been doing reviews or anything. I've just been resting. And today I finally felt good enough to go out, grab some food, grab a little breakfast for myself. But I didn't want to change into proper clothes. So I was still wearing one of my shitty around the house shirts. And I was like, it's chilly out anyway. Hoodie. So what breakfast am I trying for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be a comparison video because I'm hungry. Because, folks, it's going to be, boom, McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit versus, boom, Burger King sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. It's the battle of the biscuits. All right. Now, I do have to mention, with McDonald's, you do have to actually add the cheese. You have to ask for the cheese, and they will go over there and put it on there. Because normally, for whatever reason, despite the fact that, everything else on their menu just inherently comes with cheese, you do have to ask for it on the sausage biscuit. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at both of them. We'll, pair them up against one another. But don't do that. Just sit. We got the one from Burger King right here. Burger King will be on my right, McDonald's on my left. Keep me honest, folks. And, okay, all right. So let's get a thing for a thing here. We'll just hang out like this. They're pretty similar looking. We'll just go, ha, 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 ha. All right, let's, yeah, they're pretty damn similar. The Burger King one might be a little bit thicker. Let's give it a go. Let's start with the McDonald's one. That's the one I'm more familiar with. Just gets nice and crumbly. Not a tremendous amount of flavor from the sausage, but, it's got that breakfast sausage flavor, albeit in a fast food, capacity. The egg is kind of filler. I've never really found most fast food egg to be much of anything, but it's there. It's calories and such. Yeah, biscuit tastes good. You do get a little bit of that sort of, breakfast sausage seasoning flavor. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's McDonald's. They've been doing this for a lot of years. It's kind of their bread and butter. It's solid. It's nothing amazing or anything like that. You could certainly get way better from a proper sit-down place. But, fast food being what it is, yeah, it's not bad. Everything about it tastes very standardized. The one thing I like at McDonald's, whether you see it as a good thing or a bad thing, pretty much every time you have McDonald's, it's going to taste like McDonald's. They've got consistency down pretty good. And, yeah, this tastes like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit that I've had from them in the past. It's not bad, a little underwhelming, but it does the job that you need it to do. Now, let's try out the Burger King offering. Again, I feel like that's, I think the Burger King, I think you get a little bit more of the sausage, so, and again, the, what is it? The, biscuit feels a little bit fluffier. Let's give it a go. Wow. That is actually a huge difference. I mean, I've had both of these in the past for sure, but never one right next to one another like this. Having them right next to one another, there is a marked difference. Yeah, okay, so the biscuit is a little bit fluffier, which could be good or bad depending on what you want. The McDonald's one, it was a little bit crispy and crumbly, And personally, that's what I like out of a biscuit, as long as it's not overcooked, as long as the inside is still tender. This, there's really no crispiness to it. It's a little bit fluffier, but it also just feels, excuse me, I don't want to say like underdone or anything like that. But you don't get that nice crispiness, so you don't get the crumbliness from the biscuit. So that's a little bit disappointing. The main thing that's disappointing, though, which really shocked me as soon as I bit into it, just the lack of flavor compared to the McDonald's one. Like, the McDonald's one, yeah, it's a little underwhelming for what it is, but again, it's, fast food. But at the very least, you got that nice sort of breakfast sausage, kind of seasoning flavor to it. The biscuit had a nice flavor to it. This, you do get a little bit from the biscuit, kind of a butteriness. But the sausage, I mean, it's very faint. It's more of a general kind of meatiness. You can tell it's a breakfast sandwich, but it's just, yeah. Wow, that's surprising. Instantly, there's a huge difference. And the thing is, excuse me. And the thing is, in the past, I've shit on Burger King's items a little bit. I genuinely find McDonald's to be preferable when it comes to breakfast stuff. But I do typically, or rather, there have been a few things that I've really become rather fond of, like their fully loaded crew sandwich, their egg and burrito. This, though, this isn't even a battle. Yeah, the McDonald's one wins easily for me. It's just got more flavor. It's got the right texture that I want for the biscuit. the Burger King one, it feels like what it is, it's an imitator, you know? It's just banking off of what McDonald's did. All right, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get either of these again? Would I recommend them? I mean, yes and yes. I would even say yes and yes to the McDonald's one, probably no to the Burger King one. Because here's the thing. Neither of these are bad. Like, the Burger King one is just like biting into the McDonald's one, again, it was that thing of like, this feels, it's a little bit underwhelming. But going from that to the Burger King one was like a huge step down, It was like, wow, this is, even though this one might have been a little bit disappointing, this one's very disappointing. It has all the right components and everything, but it lacks any real punch of flavor, and it's just kind of, So for me personally, if I had to go over there and get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, I would definitely go to McDonald's. Whereas with Burger King, for me personally, if I'm going to order breakfast from there, I'm definitely not ordering this. I feel like there's other items, like I said, the fully loaded Chris sandwich, the egg enormous burrito. I think those are way better options. This, yeah. And when you consider the fact that like Wendy's has their own option, which, maybe I'll do a comparison video against McDonald's at some point. Or maybe I did that already. I might have already done that. I don't know. I've done a lot of reviews. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly proper breakfast-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, I mean, look, we all enjoy some fast food every now and again, but have yourself a proper breakfast every now and again. It's important. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know, do you have a preference when it comes to fast food breakfast? I mean, for me, I'll pop around a little bit, McDonald's is kind of the go-to standard, but at the same time, Wendy's has some good stuff. I've reviewed some stuff from there. There are a few things from the Burger King menu I like, so, again, Mickey D's, man, they're the ones who really kind of got it right from the onset, so. But let me know your thoughts.